Yeah, that's right. Today on Strike a Chord, best rap rapper from the home state of Texas, EC Mayne joins the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show. How's it going, my friend?
Hey, man, it's going real good, man. I can't complain. How y'all doing today?
Oh, everyth's amazing other than these unfortunate, crazy wildfires here in California.
Looking at that blunt right now. Loving it.
Hey, man, you know, it's Texas, man.
I love it.
Well, you know, sip and lean or doing something like that.
Texas does it.
Look at you, man. I mean, you live in the high life, you know, like what Mac Miller used to say all the time. But, you know, the impression I get from where you're at in Bastrop, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, sir. Bastrop, Texas.
Bastrop. I mean, I love that because, I mean, the biggest mistake everyone makes about small towns is considering them only in relation to the largest city nearby, which is, you know, Austin, Texas. And, you know, you show love for your small town, Bastrop. And, you know, and you're also known as the Strap God. So how did that all get started?
Well, it's like, I don't know, I just noticed a lot of guys, you know, that got big from my area or from my town. If they got a chance, they always, like, said they were from Austin. They didn't want to say they were from Bastrop. They always said they were from Austin. Then you got Austin people like, you're not from Austin. So I always made it a point to say, I'm from Bastrop. I'm not ashamed to be from the country. Like, I'm from the country.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah, don't you feel like you're gonna get swamped out by like Travis Scott if you start saying I am the Austin God rapper? It's like
he's
really?
in Houston.
Oh, he's in Houston. See, look at you.
Yeah, Travis Scott is in Houston. He's with Kylie Jenner, you know, all that. I'm coming for it, though. I'm coming for Kylie.
Hey, let's go, my friend.
That'd be awesome to have you out here. Oh, my gosh.
But I was going to say, man, I mean, your lyrical content, I mean, it's full of that raw emotion and storytelling. And, I mean, you know, the biggest thing, I mean, you've been very vocal even in your own music about how, you know, you've been spent 12 months in prison for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, got a first-degree felony. I didn't realize it's, you know,
no rap cap. Like, I wasn't actually in prison. I actually signed for 365 days of county jail time.
Wow. And
which is kind of harder than prison because you don't get to leave at all.
County,
like prison, you get to walk outside and go to the yard, all that kind of stuff.
You get better food in prison. County jail is rough. Rough.
County jail.
Why do I feel like
I actually was blessed to be in the Bastrop County Jail, and it was ladies from my neighborhood who were in the kitchen cooking, and they can really throw down. So we had some good old chicken fried steaks and all that.
Man,
you were telling me a funny story. You know, we might as well talk about it right now. You were telling me about how you snuck in a grills into prison.
Oh, my grill. Oh, yeah.
How do you sneak in grills into prison?
I'm not. I went to the Bastrop County Jail. How do you take the strap guard to the jail?
I mean, there's no way you're gonna be able to pull that off here in California prison. That's all I know.
I had friends who were like COs there that I went to school with, but I caught a rookie who booked me in actually, and he was so green. It was like I was just making up. I was just giving him a hard time the whole time. He's like, "You have any religions?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a Muslim. I'm a Christian and I'm a Buddhist too." Like, did your teeth come out? I'm like, no, they don't. Let me try this. Oh, okay, he didn't check them or nothing. I was like, if you look at my inmate picture, I was smiling real big.
Oh, that's so funny. And Eric, I don't know.
Everybody was like, how do you still have your diamonds in your mouth?
And Eric, I don't know if you know this, but I'm in the same club as you. I also got arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. But if you don't know
this is Felon Friday. What's going on?
Felon Friday. But in case you don't know, because they told me, if you finished your probation, you can actually write to your court and request your felony to be dropped off so that it will not show up on your record unless you're looking for a county job, working with children, anything with the school. But then you can also mark on your applications you never had a felony because it'll drop down.
Yeah, you can just mark it as a risk.
That's right. So don't make sure.
Yeah, I messed up that part already. I can't do that.
I
actually beat that case. The case that I signed for, I actually beat that case. You know what I'm saying? With my uncle, God blessed me that he signed the affidavit and told the true story of what happened because he saw how far it was about to go. They offered me 5 years, and he was like, "Wow, it's like real." Because I was on probation at the time, so that's what made it worse. So
yeah,
I was on probation for a crack cocaine charge for 3 years deferred. So even catching that charge, even though it got dropped, it still violated my probation.
Right.
So it went down from 5 years TDC to a year state jail. I'm like, let me try one more time. And they came back with 365 days county jail time, 12:44 a.m. I'm like, well, I'm already in here.
Wow.
I'm gonna go down there and get my head shaved off. You know, I got nice hair, all that. You know.
I mean, you're looking good, man.
Wow.
I mean, it seems like you're setting yourself off on the right pace, and we want to give enough time so we can play one of the first tracks here during Strike a Chord, and we're going to be playing you one of your songs right here. You sent it over to us, Ben's Vibes. Can't wait to check this out. This is EC Mayne right now.
Yeah. Ben's Vibes. Pull up in that new Benz, up in front of my old friends. Now they mad, got new friends. I swear I miss they old grins. Praying G.O.D. don't punish me cause of old sins. You got a little drip, I crack a diamond and go green. Grin squad robbing shit, we did all that before. Come through, kick down your door, cause fuck a Wendy's 4 for 4. Boys act like they upset, them white folks let me free, man. Now they back here and they being say EC Mayne. She in the bathroom for an hour, we on FT, man. Then she come lay back with you, cause I'm a P, man. I done did and seen shit the average nigga dream about. All them niggas lame, now I'm seeing just what your team about. I hit your block, now I'm seeing that ain't they scream about. Situations like that, though, I let my demon out. Mama used to tell me, son, everybody they grin in your face all the time, they really ain't your friend. The law was looking for me, was happy to turn me in. Wanted me in the pen, but now they gon' see me win. Light show when I smile, I'm sipping on straight hen. This Benz 2018, better look at that hoe again. 1D with my lady, my savior, he gon' protect me. Then paid a lot of dues, I made them niggas respect me. The country streets hot, can't hit no licks that affect me. Snitching like coronavirus, can't let child infect me. Boys do the crime, then scared to do the time. Now they setting niggas up to say they own behind. You knew what was up when you first started the grind. They get they self caught, now they ready to drop a dime. Down, I gotta stay. Down, I gotta pray. Down, they gotta pay. At Gwen's off MLK. Hurt when they forgot about me when I was gone. No money on my books, no cars bought for the phone. Now they say I act different with people now that I'm home. Trying to go legit out the way and live grown. I was up in the hills, out here staying by the white folks. Had to realize I wasn't hanging with the right folks. I just had a lot of them fair with the friends. When the weather fair, they there, but they gone when it ends. Who let these niggas in? Check it out, I think the lock broke. I ain't mad at you, that's the realest shit that Pac spoke. Time moving slow in that cell, feel like the clock broke. Me and Lil' Cuz on the south, he had the block woke. I know they remember, cold like December. Birthday in September, when I return I felt like Simba. Now I'm moving different, them niggas look at me strange. Talking down on my name, saying the nigga changed. Tryna be on TV like my Lil' Cuz from LaGrange. Right now in that Benz, but really I want the range. Man, hold up. Benz Vibes. Oh, I'm just vibing in that Benz. On my way to get some ends.
That was EC Mayne. That was your Ben's Vibes music video. That's real sick, man.
You have amazing flow. Like, that was so banging.
Yeah, really sick flow, man. And that's why I love your
appreciate
music, man, because, rap can get so diluted, in my opinion, sometimes in 2020. And there's, you never really get that storytelling as much anymore. And I really do feel it with your music. And I know one of the things you've been vocal, with multiple interviews, I saw one with the Austin Chronicle, how you were discussing how that prison that you spent time in, before they built the freeways up, you could be standing in your backyard and stare at the prison that you spent a good year at. And
yeah, it was like literally mental torture, really, man.
Yeah, I believe
For real, like 6 months before I caught that case, I had spent a month in the same place, and while I was in there, my stepfather had died while I was in there.
Oh.
So that's how I got to feel like, golly, like my mom and my grandma are crying, and they're right across the highway from me, and I can't do anything. Like, it really humbles you,
Are you out of that pad now? Or are you in a different location?
Oh yeah, I'm like, I'm
that's bad juju now. Yeah.
By UT down here on campus.
Has your
condo,
since you went, you've done jail time a couple times. You're on probation, got caught again on stuff. Are you changing how you're now moving in life? Because you got an amazing career with music. You have the talent. You've seen what happens. People die. Our homies don't get through. Locked up for life. not enjoying family. So are you still kind of going down that path, or are you now trying to get people to stay out of jail?
Definitely trying to. I mean, I'm really out of that path. I'm really been focused on this music. People been paying me for promos and features and events, all kind of crazy stuff. Like,
yes,
Corona.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's why I like that binge buy video. I touched on that, like people looking at me strange, talking down on my name, saying that I changed.
I think a lot of people change once you have that prison experience. I mean, I think it's gonna change anybody. I mean, gosh.
Yeah, I was in the first-degree felony tank, so I was in there with the rapists and murderers. I was in there with the guy from Kyle who buried his wife in Bastrop and all this kind of stuff. We used to play chess with each other and watch TV. He was cool.
Yeah, he's
if you're not getting murdered,
he's in a better location.
I mean, I couldn't judge anybody in there because when I look down, I'm in the same kind of uniform they're in.
Right.
Even though we're saying
you're not a rapist, though. I mean, I think it's a
a
big difference. So I'll give you that.
Do you do any type of?
These guys just threw away their lives. Like, I can't do that.
Do you do any type of community outreach? Because I get what you're saying in the song. When people are coming from low economic, the hood, stuff like that, and then someone makes it out, and now they're actually trying to like get their life straight. Do you do any community service back in your hometown to keep that connection and help build the youth to not follow the path of going into prison, but focusing on talents?
Yes, I've been doing that since before I went to jail. Even when I was in the streets, I never would like influence kids to come to the streets. Like I was making them go to school. I was buying everybody breakfast tacos in the morning to make them go to school because their parents couldn't make them go to school. They thought I had them selling drugs, but I really was just like, I'm not gonna do y'all how the older guys did me.
Good.
And make me think it's okay when I'm hanging out, not saying, go to school, what are you doing out here? Like I had a little cousin with full scholarships to college, like for football, and then were hyped to go because I was gonna take them in August, and then I went to jail in May or June, and they gave up on their whole scholarship.
Oh.
Wow.
So that really kind of bothered me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people gave up. I didn't know how much inspiration I had and how much people looked up to me until I was locked up, really, man. That's where I get the strap job from, because I really look at, I sit and talk to youngsters, old school people, old people, like, I'll help if you need money. When I was in the streets, if you need money, I'll give you some money, whatever. Would never tell a soul, like, oh, I just had to give so-and-so.
Right. But I know, like, even while you were in prison, you had a lot of time to even reflect on yourself. And I know, I believe it was while you were in prison, you lost someone that was very dear to your own heart, your grandmother.
No, it actually happened 2 weeks before I went, a month before I went to jail.
Oh.
And then he lost his stepfather in prison, correct?
Yes, at the same time, yes. Like,
wow.
Yes. My grandma's death is what caused me to go to jail. It caused me to be angry and hurt, and I didn't know how to deal with my emotions, being a street guy. You know, you can't be weak out there. You can't cry. You can't talk to anybody. So your emotion turns to anger. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I had an altercation with my uncle, and, you know, he went to the police and made a little fake statement, and it really had me in a bind, but I needed that bind. I was out here addicted to drugs. I was in the clubs, strip clubs every day, and spending more time in the streets and strip club than with my kids and family. Like, it made me think. Everybody left me.
Well, I know this track off your latest record, you know, Candy Blue Like Screw. You know, I this one really reflected with me because I can definitely feel that raw emotion, especially when you're singing about your grandmother, Miss Katie. And, you know, we'll talk about it a little bit after, but let's check out that song right now. This is EC Mayne, and this song's called Miss Katie.
Now, this was my baby.
I know that I should not be sad, you in a better place. 90 years of marathon is much more than a race. At night I close my eyes and I can still see your face. Thought about you in that county trying to beat my case. Ride through the country past your house, but I ain't stopping there. Miss Puffin' on my black, you sitting in your rocking chair. I'm jamming R. Kelly, I wish I swear. When I go peep in your room, I be wishing you was there. Try not to think about you already know why. Cause I gotta be stiff, can't let nobody see me cry. $40 worth of 8, I put my pain in these switches. Go to my mama house, avoid looking at your pictures. I miss you. I've been missing this lady. I'm rolling and smoking, thinking about Miss Katie. Gon' never forget and think about you daily. When you died, I place for me? Can you make some space for me? You don't know how bad I miss you. Went through a couple boxes of them tissue. I can talk to you about any issue, even if it was some drama. Man, you was like my homie and my mama. Remember when I got my first cake? EC Osama used to let you hold my stacks. You know where I kept my work. PTs in your freezer, no pancakes, just a cup of syrup. Sitting showing you my story of what I did up in the club. Talk about my girls and strippers, that's a different kind of love. I know you looking down on me, and I'm ashamed. All these things that I commit daily in this game. All the drugs I take just to take away my pain. No umbrella in this rain, got things up on my brain.
All day by ourselves. Need no pancakes.
Well, say that no pancakes.
No pancakes, just a cup of syrup.
Just a cup of cereal. That's all I need, man.
That's all you need.
Did you see how you treated me? It hurt me to my heart. Soon as you died, the whole family, it fell apart. Mama found both of my arms, I was like, goddamn. Sent me out and moved in a whole new fam. The other day at the store, I seen my Uncle Pat. Uncle Ronald got his check, no telling where he at. My kids growing like a weed in bed just like me. I saw Millennial 3 weeks after they let me free. And she's so big and so smart, I wish that you could see. Talked on the phone to her in jail and they sent pics to me. Used to tell everybody that I was your baby. Will I see you when I die? I don't know, maybe. Should've took your advice. Went to the Air Force and Navy. Instead of running the streets, 17 with a baby. I just wanna let you know I'm really missing you, lady. 3 in the morning, smoking, rolling, thinking about Miss Katie. For real.
Now this was my baby. Well, nobody here, it's the two of us every day. His mother worked in, Regina worked in the house. And we were here all day by ourselves.
Well, that was EC Mayne, and that was his song. That's a very emotionally charged song about your grandmother, Miss Katie. I love it. And you know what? It's really unique, which I found out about who produced that song behind the scenes. Wow. Why don't you tell the listening audience who has produced that beat that you just rapped on about your grandmother?
Oh, it was Chris Bosh from the Miami Heat. You know, the same guy who won the championships with LeBron and
two-time NBA champion. That's
stuff.
insane. And I mean, my first question is, EC, when the hell did Chris Bosh start producing music? I've never heard of Chris Bosh producing music. Tell me more, man. I'm
surprised. I mean,
crazy.
Man, he's from Texas. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, it's got that soul. But I guess when he retired, I mean, he's been producing music, obviously, but low key. So when he retired, he started his own label and he started producing beats like seriously. And he ran across my partner DZ, which is who produced my album. And he signed DZ as an artist to him while I was in jail. So when I got out, DZ's like, I'm signed to Chris Bosh. I'm like, Chris Bosh? He's like, yeah. I'm like, so I'm gonna produce your album. And then he's gonna see me as more than an artist, as a producer also, and how I put this together. And it's like, yeah. And he got to move up in the ranks and he bought me back, because he could have left me down there. He could have been like, oh, you just got a deal, screw you, man, you know.
True.
But he really put a whole album together for me and just gave me the track titles, like those 9 tracks. Like, just
see, that's pretty wild, because I wanted to ask you about that, because it's like your homie DZ Brown, he came up with the whole concept about what he wanted the whole flow and the whole storyline to be for the new record. Did you have any idea about any of the concepts going in? Because I know you were very vocal with me.
He had insight on all concepts except for Miss Katie.
Oh.
Okay, I have to say the Miss Katie.
Was already done, and he sent me a beat. He's like, I forgot. Chris Bosh sent me this beat for you. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, let me check it out. And I heard the beat. I thought it was jamming. I was gonna send it to my brother to do the hook, because I couldn't think of a hook for it. And then one night I was just like, I don't know. It just came to me like 3 in the morning, like. And I just started thinking about my grandma and just started writing a song. Like, I wrote a whole 3 paragraphs of a song without even hearing a beat. And I was like, you know what beat? Man, let's go to that Chris Bosh beat. And it worked perfectly somehow.
Wow.
And it's really crazy,
I have to say, Eric, I have to say that when hearing your grandma's voice in the song had put a picture in my head. And not only could I kind of like picture what your grandma might have looked like, but then I saw my grandma. And I remember when my grandma visited me when I was in jail. And that was like one of the lowest point of my life, is watching her see me, you know, in those oranges. So that just kind of reminded me when I hear her, I'm like, oh, I'm going to have like tears in my eyes. Like just that, how our grandmas make that, like when we fail them, how much it hurts. Because they look at us in those eyes. So, I got pride.
That's what I'm saying. Like, luckily, I mean, she wasn't even here to see me go. But you hear me in the song talking about, I know you're looking down on me, and I'm ashamed. You know what I'm saying? All these sins that I commit daily in this game. It's like, and all the drugs I take just to take away my pain. Because, you know, I have an image to uphold over here. You know what I'm saying? I can't be out here all sad and crying and looking depressed. I have many haters who would love to see that. Like, wait on that. So, no,
But I definitely think it's really cool, though, that, you know, you don't shun back from that. I mean, I get that, you know, you don't want to look like I guess a pussy in the streets, right? I mean, that's basically what you're saying. You know, I don't want to be crying. I just don't let people into my inside world. You know, social media. But you do let people inside your world, though, with your music, though, I would say. You know, you really do. So keep everything offline. Don't be like subtweeting people. You know, spend some focus on yourself and just create music. Do what you love, and I really love that about you, man. And I think I love the album title. You know, like candy, you know, like blue candy, like screw. I mean, I think
candy blue like screw, because Screw is my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that Impala that he had back in the day. That was the first slab I ever saw with rims and screens and candy paint. And after he died, his sister had it, which is my cousin's mom. So I would be over there with my cousin, and his mom would be asleep, and we'll be taking the keys and going out through it and sitting there. Like, and this is like my 12 years old, 10 years old. Like, man, I want to have Impala candy blue like screw one day. Like, and
that's how the flow. Hey, I dig that. That's sick. And you
so
know what? I know
a car with candy blue paint down here, I'd be like, "Ooh, we got that candy blue like screw." Like. Yeah, like
right.
That.
And I don't mean to cut you off, EC, because I want to play one more song from you. I want to make sure we definitely get that on in, because I love this track right here. You got a song that's called A Country Thug's Prayer, and this one's called Hold Your Head.
EC Mayne, hold up, back acting bad on you hoes. For all my niggas in that Bastrop County jail, man. I ain't got no bill, man. Hold your head. One thug, Lord, show a little mercy on one thug. One thug. Dear God, can you have mercy on this thug? Stepdad just passed, can't get mama a hug, cause I'm confined in these walls and they collect calls. White socks, green and white stripes, and all white draws. Dear Lord, I'm aware of all the sins I committed, but you the judge of all judges, can I please get acquitted? Through it all, ups and downs, I still gave you your praise. Lost soul, follow the wicked, and they taught me they ways. I just got tired of losing and I wanted to win. And you know I'm only human and was conceding sin. Somebody burning voodoo candles on me, man, that shit wrong. But you the God Almighty, how you let that go on? The most wicked living blessing, you just sit back. Been talking to you for years, but you don't say shit back. My transgressions are before me and I know they perceive me. But let me out this county jail, cause my family need me. Hold up, them haters wanna see you dead, but you still gotta hold your head. They wanna see you with no bread, but you still gotta hold your head. Them haters wanna see you dead, but you still gotta hold your head. They wanna see you with no bread, but you still gotta hold your head. God, are you there? Yeah, it's me again. No saint, I'm a sinner. EC again. Wish I had some Hennessy so I could sip to this. I'm drinking water out the sink above the pot where we piss. But your reply, I'll be patient, I can't do shit but wait. If this is what it's gonna be, I'll accept my fate. It's just I know you already seen I had enough on my plate. And all the love in my heart is starting to turn into hate. Jessica Brown, killers free. Even Jimmy Fennell murdered this girl cause jealousy. And Riley Reid in jail. Amber taking me through hell, but she's still doing well. And I just roll with the punches and I'm sitting in jail. The way you pick and choose who's blessed, it's just sad to me. And how you took away my fucking stepdad from me. And her family doing evil and they still see years. And my family doing good, but we still see tears. Hold up, them haters wanna see you dead, but you still gotta hold your head. They wanna see you with no bread, but you still gotta hold your head. Dear God, I know I've been living a life of sin. Can you hear my prayer? I thought I'd put it in a song, man. Dear God, can you come and see what's up with me? I'm reminiscing on the days you used to fuck with me. If I was right or I was wrong, you would be right beside me. Cause you know that I grew up without a father that got me. Can you let me and my family sleep and rest again? Can I be too blessed to be stressed again? These days, tough love, man, that's all that you show me. Losing touch with my kids, feel like they hardly know me. They mama know I'm up in jail, won't put bread on the phone. Besides my mom and my girl, man, I feel all alone. Open your eyes and your ears, cover me with your robe. I'm in the county jail feeling like Job.
Like I said, you can tell right away with EC Mayne, he's got a lot of that raw emotion and raw talent, and we love it, man, and we're going to be supporting you all the way. And for all the listeners out there that want to go and check out that record, where can they find that, my friend?
Oh, you can find it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Acting Bad TV. That's ACTINBAD TV.
Rock and roll. Hey, rock and roll, and thank you so much for being our Strike a Chord artist for the Season 7 opener. Thank you so much, my friend.